to the Julie's World vlog. That was even a dance number, which is pretty cool. Anyway, so welcome. This was kind of a crazy week. None of it actually was on camera because I had a total mental breakdown. So here is the deal. So Tuesday, I tried to update all the plugins on my online classroom. If you've ever been to my online classroom site, it's built on a WordPress site, and I was trying to clean it up because I'm going to teach all these new online classes starting in December. So I was sort of spiffing things up to get ready for that. And I updated my plugins, and the main plugin that runs the classroom deleted itself. I just about lost my mind. I could not figure out how to get it to run. I couldn't figure out how to get any of the content back. Like literally all those years of content in my online classroom disappeared. I felt as if my business had burned to the ground, and I was crying. I was a mess. But my mother and Steve came over. Well, Steve was here, but my mom came over. We made some tea. We had a talk. I'm so lucky and so glad to have a team of lovely people and a great family, and so we sort of talked about it, and I wallowed in self-pity for a while, and then I developed a plan. And the good news is that it took about a week, but by maybe the following Monday, which would be yesterday, because obviously the vlog comes out on Wednesday, but you know what I mean. Basically, I had managed to get the content back, and to through a combination of Googling and asking everybody I knew on earth for help, and a little bit of sweat equity, and yada yada yada. So real roller coaster, but the long and short of it is that sort of took up my entire week, as you can imagine, just being obsessed with that and working on that and Googling solutions, etc., etc. So most of what you'll see is I actually got crafty because, you know, whenever I'm stressed, I find that like making things really does help. So there are a lot of art videos this week, and just not a lot of life. I didn't have much of a life this week, you guys, but now I've got lots of life in me. So, and just a general comment. I know this is the longest introduction on the face of the planet, but, I think a lot of times people say to me stuff like, oh, you're always so optimistic, you're always so positive. And, you know, the thing is, I feel like you have only one choice every day, which is you get to choose whether you're in a good mood or not. And so I choose to be in a good mood. And I are on our way to our very first pottery class. So neither of us has, well, Steve says he took pottery in high school, but neither of us has really done any pottery, so I think it'll be fun. So, Steve, what did you think of class?
I was natural.
He said it's a contest, and he wanted the teacher to make sure that she praised him more than me. Did she?
Yep.
So what did you actually make in class, and was it easier or harder than you thought?
I made a bowl. It was easier than I thought.
I thought it was harder than I thought to control everything and to get it to go. So if it is a contest, it seems like Steve is winning. And we have the same hairdo today, Steve. Buns unite. To the Museum of Fine Arts. We couldn't find parking near our apartment last night, so we're hiking through the parking lot right now. But anyway, we are going to the Museum of Fine Arts because John Leguizamo is giving a lecture, and I'm really interested and excited to see what it's about. And Mom's coming too. my hair did today, and she blew it out or blow dried it. I'm not sure what the tenses there are, but it's straight, which is sort of more sort of HSN style hair. It's not something that I do for myself very often. But I like the color a lot. I had some very light streaks, you'll recall, that I discovered in Paris, and this looks more like my natural hair color, kind of a chocolate brown. So I'm happy with that, and we'll see once I wash it. I have to wait 24 hours, how the curl works out. So I'm excited. So I just made a trip to the recycling plant here in town, which is always one of those kind of cool things. Like, sometimes I think you don't think about your garbage that much, but I had a printer that my mom needed to recycle, and you can't put it out in the regular trash. So I took it over there, climbed up the creepy little ladder to dump out the cardboard box and all that kind of stuff. But it always makes me feel good when I feel like it's not going into a landfill, but something good is happening with it. I'm Julie, Fei-Fan Balzer, and there is a new ScanNCut DX software update. So you can see right here, it says update available. Now, if you do not see this on the screen, don't worry. So if you see update available, you can just touch that and it will help you with the update. But if you don't see it, then you can click on the wrench tool right here, and you can keep going down until you see version. Okay, as soon as you see version, you have to be connected to the internet, by the way, for this. You're going to hit version, and then you can update if you're connected to the internet. There you go, just wirelessly. And if you're not connected to the internet, you can download from the brother site. If you go to ScanNCut and click on support, you can go ahead and download onto a USB. So we're going to do it wirelessly. And it's just going to say it's available, and I'm going to say update, and I'm just going to wait a few minutes while that happens. So Brother always offers free updates, and what this update is focused on is the mat was being pulled very quickly into the machine, and this is supposed to slow down the speed with which the mat goes in. And I wanted to show you one thing about loading the mat. Really important. You see these molded sides right here? It's really important that you load the mat in so that it's between those. Not only do you need to make sure that it's firmly between there, but notice how I use two hands to load it. A lot of people try to load from the back of the mat. They kind of, if you take a step away, they kind of like do this to load it. You are almost always going to get a bent corner or a crooked load if that's the way you do it. You really, really, really want to make sure that you are up front, right on top, and you put it in when you're ready to load. Okay. So I'm just going to wait for my machine to upload, or for my software update to upload. But just so you know, I literally just have to sit here and watch it, and as soon as it's done, we can say, okay. Brother customer support is really excellent about helping with all of your technical issues or questions. And this is the other thing I wanted to say, which is the reason that this update came out is because so many people said that they were having problems with the mat loading. And so if you don't call customer support, the engineers don't know what to change. Telling me is great, but I don't have any power or any connections. So really call customer support with whatever the issue is that you're having so they can log it so that they can fix it. So I hope that's helpful for you. I'm going to wait for this to update, then I'm going to turn my machine off and then on, and I'll be ready to go. Thanks so much for watching. am taking pictures of the cookies that I made, and then I'll finally be able to eat them. After smelling cookies for 3 days and baking them and all that kind of stuff, I am finally going to eat one, and I am very excited about it. Super good. In the car headed to get Mom. She and I are gonna go to dinner, and I'm bringing her most of the cookies so that they're not in my house and I'm not tempted to eat them. Steve's not home. He went to Canada for the weekend with some friends, so I'm sure he's expecting to come home to cookies, and I saved him a few, but Mom's getting most of them because they're her favorite kind. Oh, that poor cookie. What do you think, Steve? Good cookie?
Good.
Oh. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.